Shit, I'm actually doing this, aren't I? Hello everyone, this is Chico. I played Smash 4 for a while competitively. I played Rosalina and Luma. For a bit I played Sheik, but I actually did not ever play her competitively. Now in Smash Ultimate, I play Peach and Jigglypuff as well as Rosalina and Luma. And I really enjoyed the character, so I decided why not make a guide on her. Also, no one else is making a guide on her, so I might as well just get in on it. So starting with Rosalina and Luma's just overall movesets, we'll start with Jab. Jab was unfortunately changed compared to how it used to be. In Smash 4, Jab used to send Luma out a little bit more, and you could actually use it as spacing. In this game, Jab is faster, however, it does not send Luma out. So you aren't going to be using it in the same way that you did as you did in Smash 4 because of the fact that Luma does not extend out as much as she did when she was in Smash 4. That doesn't mean that the jab is bad in any case. It just means that when you compare the jab to how it used to be, it's just not as good. I believe the killing power has been reduced as well. Personally, I don't use it that much except to get out of a grab because the Luma's jab part of it is still really good to get out of grabs. Going further into Rosalina and Luma's tilt game, we have forward tilt, up tilt, down tilt. Forward tilt is pretty good as a get off me tool. It has a pretty decent knockback. It's kind of short, so that can be a little safe if you are playing neutral. It doesn't really combo into anything. It's more just a high knockback move to get people off you. Up tilt is pretty good. It gets them in the air, which then sets you up for an up air, which is your second key move. It is very important to know when to get your up airs, or just know to get your up airs. So going into down tilt is a great, another great get off me move that you can use in the neutral, or just in disadvantage. It doesn't extend actually I believe it extends a little bit farther than it did in Smash 4. It's definitely, it feels stronger. Unfortunately you cannot cross Luma. As it's harder to do because in Smash 4 you could have Rosalina down tilt one way and have Luma down tilt the other way. This is not the case in this game. It is a lot harder to do that. Once I find a way to do it, I will update this section. Other than that, down tilt is a good get off me move. It also can not true combo, but if you chase and they shield after you do that, you can grab them. It doesn't have that big of a knockback at lower percents. It also can just be a kind of ledge guarding tool right here. If they just do a neutral get up, if you read that neutral get up. Going on, we have Rosalina and Luma's smash attacks. Rosalina and Luma's best smash attack by far is forward smash, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Forward smash has an insane disjoint with Luma's punch, creates a much longer range. It also can be directional, and it kills at about 100%. Rosalina and Luma's up smash is really good as well. It's pretty short, not that much end lag, and also Rosalina's head, when she goes back like that, actually has a hitbox still. And it is also a fairly strong smash attack. You can do it out of shield. You can do it off of up tilt. No. You can do it off of down. Yeah, it was down throw. You can do it off of forward throw, I believe. I might be wrong. Up throw, you can do it out of. It's just really good, I think. Down smash, I haven't really found that much use for it. Let me just turn on shuffling. My bad. Oh, shuffling's on. Good. Okay. Yeah. Down smash is pretty okay. It's not the best. Down smash is not the best, but it will be. It's pretty good. It can kill around 110 if and it sends at a pretty weird angle. Let me see if I can get that angle. It's kind of like a semi-spike down. It's a little weird. Oh, okay, wait. I may be wrong. I don't know. This doesn't seem like it's DIing that well, but it sends at like a downward angle. It can kill though. It definitely can kill. It may actually be one of her better moves. I could be wrong. I don't know. It will take a little bit more looking at. Finally, other than the throws, we have Rosalina and Luma's bread and butter moves, which are her aerials. All of her aerials are fantastic in my opinion. Her best aerial is Nair. That is a controversial statement because I know that up air is Rosalina and Luma's most used aerial because it can kill. However, Nair is important because it combos into your up air. This is very important combo to know. Let me just get up the percent. When you're at a higher percent, Nair combos into up air, and up air is your kill move. It kills at around 85%, I believe. No, that's way too low. 98%, I know one of the percentages that works. Eventually, if I can get it right, you do have to practice it a little bit just to get the Nair into the right position, and also make sure that that Mario launches at the right angle, because there is a specific angle in which it does true combo into an up air. It's a little difficult to get, but when you get it, you can get some pretty early stocks with Rosalina and Luma. Certain characters that are heavier, for instance, like Mario, I think will take a little bit of higher percentage to do it. But against like Pichu, it like kills really early. Yeah, like that killed at 120-ish. The Nair up air combo is true pretty consistently, and if you get into this situation where you hit that Nair up air, you want it goes into your overall game plan of then juggling. You juggle your opponent. So the reason that neutral air is so important, right, is because it is super fast. It does not have this. Luma does not have the same properties as it did in Smash 4, because Luma no longer does the drag thing that allows you to. So if you were to have done it like here, Luma would have gone forward and then backward and dragged the opponent with her, so that you could then pivot grab. That does not happen in this game. Instead, Luma just does 1-2. So you can either hit your opponent from in front, or you can hit your opponent from behind. And that is more of a leader into combos, but not grabs. And so Nair is going to be, it's going to be a move that covers a lot of options because it goes around her. So in your neutral, you might be using Nair a lot. I use Nair a lot in the neutral game, just because of how useful it can be. Yeah, that's the word I'm thinking of. Yeah, it is a very useful tool just because of the fact that it covers all around her. So it can be a very scary move because if you hit it, then you start a combo string. Another move that is absolutely necessary is Bear. Bear is a great disjoint move. Not only is Rosalina's herself just a good move for spacing and everything when Luma's not around, when Rosalina and Luma are together, Luma shoots out in the back direction, and it really disjoints it. Additionally, the reason that Bear is so important is Lunar Landed Bear. I will explain what that means in a later section, but when you do it, you can get a combo into Grab, and that starts most of your combos, is Lunar Landed Bear into Grab. You can then go through many freeform stuff. That was not what I was trying to go for. So if you do a Lunar Landed Bear into Grab, up throw, up tilt at a lower percent than 45, for instance. If you go here.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Okay. I may be wrong. Into Grab, into up throw, into neutral air. If you do a short hop neutral air, that will hit. Stuff like that. It's not true. I don't know if it's true or not. But it definitely is. Her combo game is more freeform and I guess more read based. So yeah, you want to be using your Lunar Landed Bear and your Bear a lot. It is a very good move, and you can RAR Bear it as well, and it comes out pretty fast and has low landing lag. Next move is her down air. The only significant change from Smash 4 is that Luma comes out slightly slower, a couple frames slower, and it does not kill as early as it did. In Smash 4, it would kill at 80%. It does not do that anymore. It kills at about 100% if you hit it with Luma. And off the stage. On the stage, it will not kill, but for instance, if you hit them off the stage at around 110, it will kill. That's another thing that I was just about to say. It also spikes. Rosalina's hit spikes. It didn't spike as much, and that was Luma's hit right there. Rosalina's hit of down air spikes and at certain percents, that just becomes brutal and can take off very early stocks against your opponent, and can just overall work with gimps. Finally, up air. Up air is your move. This is the move that Rosalina and Luma is infamous for. In Smash 4, it had a ladder combo. It was removed this game. However, it is still a fantastic move, and it kills at really early percents, or not really early, but it's a really good kill move. It kills at around maybe like 113, 112 in the air. Depending on if you hit both Rosalina and Luma's hit, it just is a very consistent kill move. It combos from a lot of your moves, so you go there into up air, and depending on your opponent's position, you can get a kill off pretty early if you just juggle them. If you keep juggling them with your up air, you'll be fine. The only issue is that when you're trying to string up air, sometimes Luma will not do the up air part because of the fact that it's a little bit laggier. So sometimes Luma will not come out if you do a move that has more landing lag, or no, more end lag on Luma. Now that we're done with aerials, we're going to go to specials. Rosalina and Luma's specials haven't changed that much. Really, the only differences is like small frame changes. For instance, star bits coming out a little bit faster. Down B is shorter, which I think is a buff because it's not as punishable anymore. It still is punishable, don't get me wrong. Up B is the same. a little bit easier to control. And unfortunately with Starbits, because of how Luma works, Luma will no longer do like, you can no longer do jab, jab, Starbits back, down tilt, grab. It just doesn't work anymore because of how Luma's changed. Luma's more like a static puppet who stays and does what you do. Now, she doesn't really go off on her own as much or stay put. She still kind of follows and everything. And when you shoot her out, she kind of feels more in place than how she was in Smash 4. She kind of felt a little more movie. However, there is a interesting thing I found out is when you shoot out Luma off stage and then hold smash, Luma will go down. You can use that possibly for edge guarding by having them go out, sending out Luma here, holding down, and then you know, doing something like that if they go low to cover their low options. I don't know if I can get it somehow do it. Something like that, but if you get them at the right time, it causes pressure here. Something like that. If I actually can hit this, that would be fantastic, but something like that, it causes them to feel pressured. And because a lot of Rosalina and Luma's smash attacks are low lag, you can then cover like that and still have Luma doing stuff, which is why playing disjointed is a little bit different. You feel like you have more control over Luma. The recall time is a lot faster, which makes disjointed Rosalina and Luma play a little different. However, I don't play like that, and I will explain that after I go into the last section, which is Rosalina and Luma's grabs. So Rosalina and Luma's grabs and throws are pretty good. Down throw combos into up air. Down throw also combos into nair. Down throw combos into almost every single aerial attack. So down throw is a very good move. Up throw combos into up tilt, up air. It's not a true combo, but up throw, up tilt is a true combo. Up throw nair is a true combo. And up throw fair is a true combo. It's a pretty solid throw. I'm pretty sure actually with down throw fair can combo at a certain position. It may not true combo. Down throw rar there, it combos. So you can get strings off of your throws. Back throw, not as much of a combo throw. You can do a rar bear, but it is not as good of a combo throw. It is more of a throw that you should use when you are trying to get your opponent off you and you don't have Luma, because it's the longest of the throws and it has a pretty high knockback. Yeah, so that is your throws. Going into other things, I want to talk a little bit about Luma and how Luma works in this game. Primarily Luma's respawn time. Luma has a 10-second respawn time. In Smash 4, she had a 13-second respawn time. So and Luma seems to die a little bit earlier than she normally does. This these two changes kind of help each other. Because she dies so early, you're gonna have a lot of times where you're playing as just Rosalina. However, Rosalina has been buffed to be good enough on her own. She has the fair, which is normally the killing part of the fair is Rosalina's part, and not Luma's part, so you don't have to worry about that. Rosalina also has pretty good moves on her own, and her bear allows her to keep opponents off of her, and her nair too, allows opponents to keep them off of her until Luma comes back in that short amount of time, because Luma comes back a lot faster. Again, the downside is there are moves that Luma didn't die to that she now does die to, which is kind of unfortunate. So now that we finished talking about Luma, I'm going to talk about advanced tech for Rosalina and Luma. The first one is Lunar Landing. That is if you do an aerial a few frames before you hit the ground, you will do, it will look something like this. If you do it perfectly, it won't even see that little crouch animation. You'll just see, like there, have Luma go back forth. This is because of the fact that Luma has a aerial as well as Rosalina, but Luma can still use the aerial because Luma never actually goes into a grounded state, and Rosalina does. So Rosalina's aerial gets canceled, and she's able to act as soon as the landing lag of her aerial is done, or just even cancel the aerial on its own so that it doesn't even have landing lag. But Luma still does it. So that allows you to do like neutral air while standing. As I said before, the landing lag, the Lunar Landing bear. That's a mouthful. Holy crap! The Lunar Landing bear, like that. Very low. The reason that it's so good is because there's very little end lag, and Rosalina can act almost immediately out of it. And so that's why I'm getting this timing wrong, because of how immediate it is. But it has an insane coverage against sorties that can outrange them. It can help on projectile characters because it has that range. It's just honestly a fantastic way to mix up with your opponents, because your opponents are like, what just hit me? Because Luma sometimes, it's just so fast. If you play Rosalina and Luma fast, you're going like this. You're dash dancing, and then you just come up, and then you go there, grab, up throw, and up tilt sometimes connects. But you just keep going, and it's so fast. And it's so good. I would suggest what you do is just practice Lunar Landing. It is very key for Rosalina and Luma's playstyle. You do combos like that, which is a Lunar Landed Nair. It sends your opponent up, and then you go up tilt, and then do read combos from there, or just do regular combos from there, what you can think of. And I'll show a couple combos after this main talking part of the guide. And so, continuing on from Lunar Landing, there's then another tech called Lunar Dashing and Lunar Jumping. I'm not that big of a fan of Lunar Dashing right now, just because it's so inconsistent in my playstyle that I haven't actually found a way to like put it in, other than just like in neutral, using it as a way to get away, sort of like go have Luma commit and have Rosalina then just wave dash back. But it's not that good. I haven't found a good use for it yet. Until I can do it consistently, because it's very difficult to do. Once I can do it consistently and I can find a good use for it, then I will go into it further. For now, I'm just going to go on Lunar Jumping and explain Lunar Dashing. To explain Lunar Jumping, I'm going to have to explain my controls. I have Z as jump, C stick as tilt, and Y as grab. You can do whatever you feel, but I prefer, and I would suggest, C stick as tilt and Z as jump. This helps because you are going to be hitting the C stick and then jump immediately after that. 2 frames after you hit the C stick, you want to do a jump. And what that will do is that will have Luma do a tilt and have Rosalina do an aerial. Depending on where you, how you move, you can do a bear, you can do a fair, if I can do it. Yeah, you can do a fair. You can do a dare. It's a little bit harder to do. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, there. You can do a dare. And so basically what it does is it has Rosalina do an aerial, and Luma can do a jab, tilt, or dash attack. This allows you to do stuff like this. where you can extend Luma out and have Rosalina go backwards, and that allows you to set up stuff where Luma can then go out from Rosalina without actually having to charge a neutral B. It can also do stuff like this, where you have Luma do an up tilt and Rosalina do a nair, and that true combos until 230%. It's a fantastic move, honestly. I'm just trying to figure out a way to use it, so that how to get in so you can do it. It's a fantastic move. You can do a jab aerial, like so. You can do stuff that will cover options. It allows for a lot of creativity because you can do so much out of it. But going into Lunar Dashing, this is basically what happens is you do a dash attack and then you jump. Like you do a lunar jump, but then 2 frames after you input the jump, so after you do the other 2-frame input, you have to do a wave dash. And if you do it right, it should look something like, I don't think I'm gonna get it in there. It should look something like that. And because it took me that long to get one, now I'm doing them like, it is very difficult and is inconsistent, and I don't see any use other than like in the neutral, you have you're next to your opponent's coming up to you, so you just do a tilt and a wave dash back. I don't see why not just do a full tilt to keep them off, other than to cover possibly people rolling past you as like a bait. But I don't know. If someone has an idea, please tell me, because I need to come up with an idea for why this works. Until then, I'm not really going to cover much of it. I just wanted to show how to do it. And now I'm going to go into the gameplay of Rosalina and Luma. The neutral game of Rosalina and Luma is fairly simple. What you want to do is you want to space your opponent using your nair and your bear, as well as a mixture of the full hop bears, not full hop, short hop bears, and then lunar landed bears, to like kind of mix up your opponent so that they don't know when you're going for a lunar landed bear or a regular bear. And you want to basically space your opponent until you can hit a combo starter. So that means hitting the lunar landed bear, your nair, or a grab. You want to play a bait and punish game. That's how the neutral works. Best moves for bait and punish is nair and bear. It just so happens because they have the least landing lag, and they also have the most extended hitboxes. So they are the best to throw out to bait your opponents. When you do get that hit on your opponent, you will, like typically with a nair or a bear, you can go through with combos such as nair, such as in early percents, nair up tilt, nair up smash, nair, you can continue it nair up tilt up air, or nair up tilt nair. You can do so many things, honestly. It's very freeform. Just knowing what connects off of what, or what covers what option, because not a lot of the combos are true, and a lot of it is based off of reading your opponent, or just simply having moves that cover their DI, or cover their air dodge, because some Rosalina's nair covers air dodges as well as other moves because it has priority over certain moves. Additionally, you can do stuff like forward air, up tilt, nair, forward air, if you want to, or read your opponent. There's not as much true combos, unfortunately, other than some of the combos that I'm going to show after this section. But, or not after this section, but after I finish talking about stuff. But primarily what you want to do is you want to go into a combo and rack up percent on your opponent, and either get them off the stage or above you. Because when your opponent is above you, that's your height. That is where you shine. You have your up air, which you can keep juggling them with. You can also go to fair, grab, juggle, just continue stuff. If your opponent is really bad at air dodging, or if you want to air dodge read them, go with something that will then cover their air dodge, which again, nair, and just try and continue combo strings and do moves like this and something to rack up percent until you get them to a high enough percent to where your up air kills, and then just juggle them or do a nair up air combo that will then kill them, or get them off the stage and then use your down air to kill, because down air is another insanely good kill option, because Luma can go off the stage if you do it right. Here, when Mario's off the stage, you can have Luma go down, and if you can actually two-frame people like that, you can get people going from under. You can also try and ledge guard like this and have Luma fall down, if I can actually do it right. Have Luma fall down and then go up. I'm trying to work around with that. You can also just forward smash them. Forward smash, if you do an up smash, really, really good kill moves. They're really, really fucking good. So yeah, it would just be playing the game until you see a moment where they have whiffed something and you punish them with a smash attack, or they're off stage, you ledge guard them, or they're above you and you kill them. And that is your killing game. So just to recap, your up air, kill move. Your down air is another amazing kill move, specifically when Luma hits it, if I were to hit it. If I'm not garbage at this game, I really don't know why I'm making a guide of Rosalina and Luma. There you go. Luma hits it, or if Rosalina's spike hits the opponent, that will spike them. And then you have your smash attacks, primarily forward smash, up smash, and I don't even think jab kills anymore, but it does launch pretty far. So that's another thing to take note of. At a like really high percent, it is possible that jab may kill. Oh yeah, and additionally, forward air. Forward air is also a kill move. If I can actually find a move that combos into forward air, I would show that. So at 126, you get that grab, and you time that right and not like I timed it. There you go. That kills. So fair is really good. I don't know if back air... Yeah, back air won't kill. Back air will kill eventually, but not a good move to use for your kills. So yeah, I believe that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and after this there's going to be some combos, but other than that, I just want you to give me feedback on how I did. This is my first guide, and I'm really, really excited to release this, and I'm happy that you guys wanted me to make this. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it's not garbage, and just tell me what I did wrong and how I can make it better. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video.